Hello, everyone. I'm Symone Stanley here with HBCU Game Day. And today I'm super excited to be joined by Fayetteville State University Bronco and a 2022 NFL draft prospect, Joshua Williams. Josh, thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
First of all, let me not be rude. Can I call you Josh or Joshua?
Yeah, that's fine. That's great right there. Josh,
Okay, I was like, let me make sure it's fine. I'm calling you Josh. So you recently competed in the Reese Senior Bowl. Huge congratulations on that. What do you think was your biggest takeaway from the Senior Bowl?
It was a great experience. Learned a lot from my coaching staff. From a competitive standpoint, it was a great learning experience. My biggest takeaway was what I already figured. I felt like I could have played with the best of the best. And compete at a high level. So, and I think I did and proved it. So, that was probably my biggest takeaway from the week.
That's awesome. So what part of your game, going into the Senior Bowl week, you guys had a lot of practices and then, of course, the showcase game. What aspect of your game were you focused on showing off to the scouts?
As a whole, I was just trying to, show that I can keep up with that level of competition and, some of the questions they had about competition, but, just trying to show off, press man, that my speed, because I guess that was a question too. And, just things like that. So, things that I always felt comfortable with doing, just, showcasing it at the Senior Bowl was, my main goal.
And you definitely feel like you accomplished that. I've seen a lot of your highlights floating around Twitter. So I definitely think you accomplished those things.
Right. I think I did too, but there's always stuff to work on. Like I said, it was a learning experience, and I'm blessed to have been there. So,
of course. So you were there, and it was one other HBCU player that was represented as well at the Senior Bowl. How do you feel being like one of the only two HBCU players represented on such a big stage? Is it like a pressure, pride, mix of both?
Not really any pressure, more so pride. I felt comfortable there. There didn't feel like too much pressure was being put on me. I had the support from my HBCU and tons of other HBCUs, around the nation. People just wishing me luck, stuff like that. And I feel like it's just shedding a light on HBCUs. We have talent. We have a lot of good players. And I'm sure there's more players that could have competed in the Reese Senior Bowl. But I feel like in the future, that's something that'll change.
Definitely has to change for sure. And guys like you are, paving the way for those to come next. So you have the HBCU, not the HBCU, you have the NFL Combine coming up next. So after the Senior Bowl, what part of your game are you focused on working on the most between that time?
Just cleaning up my technique, making sure everything is in tip-top shape for when I am at the Combine. I'm still training, of course, for my 40 and everything. And I'm sure, I'll go out there and put on a great display, but just trying to make sure everything as a whole is good, making sure I'm running fast, jumping high, but also doing well in my positional drills. So, yeah.
Okay. So we're going to be looking out for that in a couple of weeks. So this 2022 draft happened in April. It's a very defensive heavy draft. How do you feel like you stand out amongst the defensive prospects?
Well, with the DBs in particular, I like my skill set. I like myself against anybody, honestly, but that's just, me. There's a lot of great players. Of course, even predicted to go higher than I am. And, I can respect that, they did what they had to do to get in that position. But I feel like with myself, I'm a tall, athletic corner. I feel like I can cover well. I tackle. I try to just be versatile with my game as a whole. So hopefully, the scouts are seeing that and they make the right decision.
I'm sure they're gonna make the right decision. So you had a very decorated career at Fayetteville State University. How do you feel that program prepared you to go on and be a professional football player?
All right. Well, Coach Hayes, that was my head coach. He brought in a great coaching staff. All the years I was there, there was great men around me. In general, they don't just care about you as a player. They want you to mature as a man and be able to do things as an adult and basically leading up into being a professional, whether that be on the field or off the field. Being a professional, being on time to your job, being accountable for your actions, just things like that. And they definitely do a good job with holding you to that standard and getting you prepared to be an adult.
That's awesome. So already getting you the professional aspect of the game and not just the on-field aspect of the game.
Right, right.
So what part of your game do you think would translate instantly from the collegiate level to the NFL level?
Well, instantly would probably just be athleticism, just because um, that doesn't really go away wherever you go. You're always gonna have speed and be able to jump high. As long as you're healthy. But that's God given, and that's not something I'm trying to rely on. I want to be technically sound. I want to know my playbook. Know my assignments, know what the offense is trying to do, and of course that'll take time and film study, getting around the coaches, veterans, and whatever, and just becoming a better, smarter football player.
Of course. So we talked earlier about your versatility, and you think that's one of the biggest aspects of your game. Being a defensive back, I know you guys move all over the place on the collegiate level, especially in the pros. Where do you see yourself lining up, whether it be outside corner, slot, safety? Where do you see yourself lining up as a defensive back in the NFL?
Well, a lot of the conversation has been, outside corner, but I'll play anywhere. I'll play anywhere on the football field, as long as I'm, doing what I get to, what I love doing, which is playing football. I'm happy. So, if they want me to play nickel, free, I don't care, as long as I'm playing football.
As long as you out there on the field, that's all that matters.
Exactly.
So what kind of defensive scheme does Joshua Williams thrive in?
Well, at Fayetteville State, we just ran like a traditional 4-2-5. We did a lot of cover 3, cover 4, a lot of man. So, I think we're versatile. There's not one thing I can't do. I feel like I can play off in zone coverage. I feel like I can press up in man coverage. I can, play off in man coverage too. So I feel like whatever a team needs, I'll be able to, fulfill those needs. So.
You can do it all. That's what I'm getting from you.
Well, I try to. I try to. I try to.
You're gonna do what you need to do to learn how to do it all, even if you're new to it.
There you go.
There you go. Okay.
Absolutely.
So, Josh, were you a fan of any team growing up, NFL wise?
My family was a Washington fan. So I grew up watching Sean Taylor and a lot of those guys. Right now, I don't have a team. I'll play for any team. But growing up, everybody has a team, and that was my team and my family's team.
Okay. So you already know, like, I know you see the Eagles back there. So
yeah. It is what it is.
It is what it is. But you say you're not a Commanders fan anymore, so we're good.
Right.
Unless things change in April, but we'll leave that there.
I got you.
So lastly, do you have any NFL comparisons, or is there any guys in the pros when you were growing up or even in college, like taking pieces of their game from, modeling your play style after?
Growing up, I watched a lot of players. I was a big Darrelle Revis fan, Ed Reed, Sean Taylor. But now I just watch football. There's a lot of great corners in the league, and I don't try to model myself after any one person. Just try to take all the good aspects of a player and just try to see if I can apply that to myself. Jalen Ramsey is a great corner, Xavier Howard, Stephon Gilmore, J.C. Jackson, Trayvon Diggs. There's plenty of corners. You name them. And, just try to look at them, pick them apart, and see if I can add anything to my game from them. So
that's amazing. The film studying the greats to become the next great. I like that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, Josh, I appreciate you taking the time to hop on here and sharing us your experience with the Senior Bowl and then everything you're looking out for and working towards for April.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for allowing me to come up here and speak about it.
Of course. Well, guys, I'm Symone Stanley. This is HBCU Game Day. We're joined today by Joshua Williams. He is a former Fayetteville State University Bronco. Well, he's a forever Bronco. He's a Bronco forever, but now he's matriculated on to the 2022 NFL Draft, out here representing all the HBCUs on some of these biggest stages. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.